Hello, guys, and welcome to Passport to Progress Module 1. I am so excited to have you join this program where I am going to teach you the steps on creating a strong foundation to building your business with forward-moving progress. So I'm super excited because today we are going to begin our journey near Washington, D.C., which is actually quite fitting because Washington, D.C. is often seen as the foundation of the United States. And it's a great place for us to start our trip around the world to making progress in our business. We are going to talk today about the importance of a strong foundation to build longevity in your business and not to just have this as a one and done type deal. How are you going to build a community that doesn't just consist of your mom and your grandma or your family and friends as the only people who are hosting with you, supporting your business, and ultimately buying or signing up with your business opportunity? So I am Sam Thomas. If we haven't met yet, I am a mompreneur. I have 3 boys, boy mom over here, woo! And obviously I'm a leader within Pampered Chef, and I am super excited to get this course, 12-week course up and running for you. So here's how this course is going to go. We are going to have 1 module a week put out with some problem sets or action items that you are going to take and implement based on what I have taught you during that module. These problem sets or action items then are going to be posted once you complete them in our training community. This is super important because it gives you some action items to take to move your business forward, and it helps me help you to figure out where we might need to tweak some things. Some of you may go through this course faster than others. Some of you may be popping these modules out back to back, 1 week at a time. Some of you may be a little bit slower and life happens. What I will say is this will be a 12-week course, and I highly encourage you to schedule it and finish it within no longer than 15 to 16 weeks. So put that on your calendar, plan it in to your schedule so you can make time for it. These videos will be short little trainings, and your problem set should take you no more than 30 to 45 minutes. So are you guys ready to get started? Woo! So let's go ahead, and I'm going to share my screen here just to talk a little bit about our Passport to Progress program and show you where we're beginning. So as I said, this will be a Passport to Progress course. It's a 12-week course. And we are starting in Washington, D.C., building our foundation. How cool is that? So you're going to collect your passport stamps, and these are going to help you move forward in your business as well as get some prizes. So the first area that we're going to start with, and I'm going to go back to my notes before we get to these frameworks, is building a strong foundation. Building a strong foundation, guys, that is super vital. And part of building a strong foundation is identifying who you are talking to. Because if you are trying to talk with everyone, you are actually reaching no one. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that you are getting married and you have wedding invitations. You need to know who you're sending them to. You're not just going to take hundreds of invitations and fly a helicopter over a town and, drop them out of the helicopter, kind of like what happened in the movie Sing, the flyers flew out the window. That's not realistic. That means they're not going to that message, that invitation is not going to get to the person it was intended to get to. Another analogy that I have is if you're trying to go fishing and you're in the ocean and you're told to go catch a fish with just a hook, nothing on it, just a hook, you likely won't catch anything. You need to know what kind of fish you're looking to catch. What does that fish like to eat? Where does that fish like to swim? Cold water, warm water? Where does the fish dwell? Shallow water, deep water, Atlantic, Pacific? There's so many variables. And this is going to be just like your target audience, your target market, or your niche. Okay. And you need to understand how products and solutions that you offer can help them, can help that particular audience. This is not going to be just helping you with marketing, but it's also going to help you get a clear understanding on the best way to reach out to people if you're doing parties, workshops, or events, and or even offering them the business opportunity. So let's get started. If you haven't already, grab some paper, grab a notebook. I actually encourage you to get a notebook or some sort of file going for this course so you know where to refer back to. And let's get started walking you through getting clarity on your target market or niche. Today, we are going to work on identifying that target audience for you, so you have a better understanding on what your specific audience needs, okay, and what you want to talk about and how you are going to provide content to your target audience. Now, this content needs to support what your audience is looking for. It needs to solve their problems, and it needs to be relatable to them. Now, guys, when I say content, this can be content on your social media platforms. It can be content on your parties. It can be content when you are like developing your reach out wording for people and knowing what you're offering to these specific people. Are you offering a booking? Are you offering a workshop? Are you offering a product? Are you offering a business opportunity? You have to know what you're reaching out to people for, and you have to know who you're talking to. So knowing your target audience will help you know what to say. It will help you know the content you're going to create. It's going to help you know what products and solutions that we have to offer are the best and able to attract your audience and have your audience follow you. It's going to help you create that know, like, and trust factor that's going to set you aside from other consultants out there. I mean, let's think about this. If you create that know, like, and trust factor, if you connect with that audience and build relationships, then they're going to come back to you time and time again. They're not just going to go to any Joe Schmo Pampered Chef consultant out there or consultant in whatever their other business you're doing. So we're going to get started with an exercise that I learned from my mentor, Fernie Ceballos, who has been instrumental in teaching me all the strategies on being more authentic, less spammy, and really seeing forward moving results in my business. And we are going to do an exercise that works on identifying your target market so you can focus on the problems your target market may have and what solutions with Pampered Chef or whatever other company you're using you can offer. In our company, these solutions may be products. They may be the host program, or they may even be the business opportunity. Regardless, remember, you need to know who you want to help, who you relate to, and how you respond when potential customers, hosts, or team members ask the question, what's in it for me? Because guys, they are going to ask that. They want to know what's in it for them. What is it about the product or solution you're offering that is going to help or benefit them? So if you are like me, a busy mom building a business alongside of raising a family, you might be focusing on busy moms struggling to get dinner on the table quickly. If you're an empty nester with kids out of the house, you might be focusing on how to make smaller meals when you're used to making big ones. If you're a working professional or a college student, you may need basic solutions to cook dinner for just one or two people so you can avoid takeout. Maybe you're an entertainer and you want to know what tools or solutions you can share with people to make entertaining at home easy. I am focusing on making my team's target market of kitchen and mealtime solutions. Okay, guys, and that's what we're going to focus in on. But you are going to have a little niche with inside that. So let's start with building this foundation. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you one more time. And part of our exercise today is that we are going to be doing a framework for your target audience. Okay, I'm gonna keep pressing the wrong button there. Okay, so target market frameworks. Guys, take a screenshot of this right now, take notes on it, but we are going to identify your target market within one of these frameworks. It may be helpful for you to write out all three to begin with to get some clarity on exactly who you are helping and what problem you are going to solve. Okay, so off the top of your head, let's start plugging some things in here. So I'm going to use my example. I help busy moms with getting dinner on the table quickly. Okay, or I help busy moms get dinner on the table quickly without having to do a ton of dishes. Okay, you might be an empty nester, and so you can say, I help women with their grown kids with cooking for just two, or I help working professionals find recipes and products to make dinner quickly without going out to eat all the time. Okay, so you guys can see how this works and kind of get the gist of it. So this is going to be part of your action taking today. Okay, you're going to want to take these target market frameworks, you're going to write these out yourself, and you're going to share it in our training community. And we're going to play with them and tweak them and make sure that they're relatable to you. And guys, this might change every so often. You may be tweaking this for several months, and that's okay. You don't need to know exactly everything right now, but this is your starting point. The next step we are going to do is an exercise. And this is going to be, once you have identified your target market, you are going to want to get to know them right off the bat. Okay. So what you will do is you're going to put on a piece of paper, on a spreadsheet, your target market that you just identified with those frameworks at the top of that sheet. Okay. So again, if it's on a spreadsheet, a Word document, or even just good old pen and paper, you're going to put it at the top. Then you're going to make 5 columns. And these columns are going to consist of the first one, problems. Next one, fears, wants, dreams, lingo, or language. Now let's walk through these, okay? Under your problems column, this is where you need to start. What kinds of problems does your target audience, your target market or niche have? Okay, what problems do they need solved? I'm going to relate this back to our kitchen tools and recipe industry here, okay? Some problems they might have, not knowing what to make for dinner, not having recipes that inspire them, not eating enough vegetables. Okay, I'm just naming some out here, okay? Not having dinners or meals that are quick, not knowing how to food prep, not having tools to food prep efficiently. Okay, so you're going to list all the problems that your target market could have. Now we're going to get a little more specific here, and I'm going to give you some examples. So we're going to use my target market of busy moms struggling to get dinner on the table quick. Okay, some of their problems are going to be picky eaters. Okay, they're going to have picky eaters. They're going to have limited time or a lot of extracurricular activities and kids coming in and out at different times and may not have everybody eating at the same time. Some of their problems might be that they don't know how to cook very well. Okay, you see how this is going? Empty nesters. Problems are not having the right tools to cook for just 1 or 2 people, not knowing how to adapt recipes to cook for 2 rather than 6, right? So you can see where I'm going with that. And you're going to list as many problems as you can think of. And these problems are going to be, this exercise is going to be ongoing. I encourage you to keep this near you because you're going to be sitting there, getting ready to go to bed and you'll be like, oh, that's a problem for my target market. And you're going to want to write it down. Okay. The next column is fears. Okay. And fears and dreams are both very emotionally driven columns. And we're going to dig deep here because people, we as humans, most of the time function based off emotion, not based on logic. Okay. We make a lot of decisions based on how we feel. So when you're talking about fears, you really need to understand where these people are coming from. And here's how we're going to dig deep. Okay. So let's say one of the fears is that they don't have enough money or they can't stay on budget with their groceries. Okay. So what? So what if you don't stay on budget? Well, if you don't stay on budget, then you can't pay your other bills. Okay. So what? You can't pay your other bills. Well, if you don't pay your other bills, then you have your credit card sent to collections or your house might go into foreclosure. So what? Okay. Well, then you lose your house or you don't have a credit card or a bank account to pay for groceries. So what? Well, then your family has nowhere to live or you might not be able to buy food for your family. So what? Well, then your family's homeless or your kids may not get anything to eat. So what? If your kids don't get anything to eat, they can become malnourished and then have health problems. And the list can go on. And you want to dig deep into those fears right there, guys, because those fears are real emotions. Those fears are what have us take action. Okay. So you're going to now list as many fears as possible under that column. And we're going to move on to the next column, wants. In our target markets here, guys, let's talk about this. They might want easy recipes that they can go to. They may want a grocery list prepared for them. They may want a tool that is dishwasher safe. I know that sounds crazy, but if they don't like doing dishes, if that's a problem, too many dishes, then they're going to want dishwasher safe tools, easy cleanup. They may want multi or versatile multi-purpose tools because they may have too small of a kitchen. Okay, so there's lots of different things that people in your target market may want. They may want easy meals for their kids. They may want to sit down together as a family. So you're going to list as many of those. And then we're going to move on to dreams. Okay, guys, dreams. Once again, we're back to emotions. Okay, what does your target market dream of? Okay, they may dream of Pinterest-worthy meals, Pinterest-worthy charcuterie boards, Pinterest-worthy birthday cakes for their kids. They may dream of a decked out kitchen. They may dream of being Paula Deen or Martha Stewart or Rachel Ray that has all the tools they need to cook and they can cook like that and make some really awesome meals on the spot. They may dream of just being a minimalist mom that has 1 or 2 tools and makes tons of different freezer meals for her family. Okay, and I know I'm relating a lot to moms, guys, here. So I know there's some men that are probably watching this, and it can be dads too. It can be men too. So I hope that you guys know I acknowledge that. Again, this is my relatability part in my target audience, and you need to tie it to yours. Okay, and really dig deep into those dreams. And finally, lingo or language. This is going to be super important because these are going to be key words that are going to be used to connect with your target audience, with your target market. They're going to be keywords that pop out at them. Okay, so let's talk about like quick cooker. Well, another name for quick cooker is going to be pressure cooker or instant pot. Okay, you might see quick recipes, mom meals. You might see meal prep. Okay, and you're just going to make this list of really as many pieces of lingo that you can, okay? Chopping vegetables, making lunches, healthy lunches for picky kids, getting more veggies. Just start putting that lingo in there and list as many things as you can. And we're going to use that in later activities and in later parts of your business. So you understand how to communicate with your target audience and how you're going to make them stop the scroll and how you're going to attract them. Okay, so this target market exercise is going to be another piece of your homework, okay, of your problem set. And I want you to complete this, and you're going to take a screenshot of it or a picture of it if you're doing it on a good old paper list and share it in our training group, okay? These are super important to building the foundation for your business. This is going to be one of the first steps to moving forward and creating that strong foundation in your business. So let me make sure I stop sharing with you all. Okay, great. So we are going to finish off today with just really, really focusing on building that strong foundation, building that community where you can help your target market, whether they purchase a product or not. Okay, whether they purchase something immediately or are just standing in the background, you're going to really start building that foundation of building value. Okay, and we're going to do one more analogy today, and I'm going to draw a tree. Okay, so I have my piece of paper here, and what we are working on right now, y'all draw a tree on your paper, and actually you're only going to draw the trunk. Okay, so draw the trunk on that tree, and this is where we are starting. We are starting with this trunk. We are starting to build a strong foundation. And there are going to be a lot of people in this business that may not agree with me building this strong trunk like I am. And there's going to be many people that want you to go as hard as you can out the gate. And that's okay to start with, as long as you also focus on this foundation as well. And as you build the foundation to your business, guys, with understanding what you are offering and who you are helping and who you are offering your business to, then you are going to start building longevity in your business and see forward moving progress. So we are going to go over one more time what our homework is. I am going to be taking into consideration, I know we have some people that are just starting out. I know we have some people with parties running, and I'm going to offer lots of different ways to utilize this activity, but I want to show you where our homework is. So our problem sets, I don't even want to call it homework. It's really not homework, guys. This is taking action in your business. This implementation, this is a problem set. So number one, you want to complete your target market framework activity. You're going to share that in our training community. We're going to look at that. Number two, you're going to share your target market exercise. It doesn't have to be 100% complete. I don't expect it to be 100% complete in just a week. And number three, you're going to start thinking about people that you already know in that target market, and you're going to start putting their names down. Okay, so if you already know people that you relate to that are falling into your target market, that might be already friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, people you know through your kids or your fur babies, or even your spouse or significant other, start putting a list of those people down, because we're going to use that list and show you how you can relate to them and provide content tailored to them. So I'm super excited that you all joined me today. And this is the completion of our Module 1 training. So make sure that you get that problem set up. We will be having our group coaching call in our training community. So if you have any questions, make sure to bring your questions there, bring your activities there, and we can tweak them there. And I will also be available to tweak them as you post them in our training hub. Thank you guys again so much for joining me on this journey. I cannot wait to see where you go. And remember, it is not what I say, and it is not what you hear that is going to make the difference. What is going to make the difference is the action you take after this. Until next time, guys, I will talk with you later.